Stephen Hill, Raw Deal, How the Uber Economy and Runaway Capitalism Are Screwing American Workers. In Raw Deal, the author, Stephen Hill, uncovers the dark side of the sharing economy and its effect on American workers. By discussing the practices of well-known companies like Uber and Airbnb, Hill demonstrates how the sharing economy is not the kinder, gentler capitalism it claims to be. Instead, he illustrates how these companies exploit loopholes in labor regulation, often negatively impacting their workers' lives. This book summary is your guide to learn how the sharing economy could potentially be screwing American workers, leading to a decrease in job security and subsequent challenges to the consumer economy.
Peer-to-peer economy critique. The peer-to-peer economy, also known as the sharing economy, is a new business model that is said to offer greater freedom in the marketplace. Supporters hail it as the future of capitalism, but critics raise questions about its impact on society and the economy. One example is Airbnb, which started promoting the idea of homeowners sharing their homes for extra income but eventually became a corporate giant that ignores laws and regulations that protect tenants and communities. The company's greed has destroyed the original concept of the sharing economy and replaced it with raw capitalism and impersonal transactions. Uber, the exploitative sharing economy giant. Uber, like Airbnb, takes advantage of legal loopholes to make a profit and evade responsibility. By categorizing their drivers as contractors and not employees, they avoid paying social security taxes, licensing fees, and providing security measures. This practice has led to high-profile incidents like sexual assaults by drivers. Uber's surge pricing model increases drivers' wages but leaves low-demand areas with no access to the service. However, instead of blaming the company's practices, the public often criticizes the drivers. The lack of support from politicians and society leads to weak regulations, resulting in the exploitation of workers and other negative consequences for cities and states. The rise of the 1099 economy. As the job market becomes increasingly reliant on independent contractors, known as the 1099 economy, stable jobs with benefits are disappearing. These contractors are paid hourly and receive no health benefits, retirement plans, or social security, while businesses benefit from outsourcing work to them. Companies have even fired employees to rehire them as contractors with no benefits or reduced wages. This undermines the middle class and is a threat to the economy. Other countries have laws to protect contractors and temp workers, but this is not the case in the United States, where perma-temps work for years at the same company without the security or freedom of their co-workers. The exploitative facade of the sharing economy. The sharing economy is not as appealing as it seems. The book delves into the precariousness of TaskRabbit as an example and how it exploits people in need. It uncovers the realities behind cheap labor and how it contributes to the informal economy. It argues that the sharing economy is a mere facade that often results in untaxed and illegal activities. The sharing economy has become ubiquitous in our lives, promising quick gains and access to opportunities for those in need. However, the realities of this economy are often disguised by sugar-coated language. For instance, TaskRabbit is a platform that allows people to post a job and give it to the person who makes the cheapest offer. It is sold as a share the crumbs economy, but it operates on depressed labor conditions that exploit desperate workers. This auction-based labor market allows a race-to-the-bottom price strategy, which makes it impossible for workers to earn a decent income. They end up being underpaid and undervalued for their work, leading to a lack of economic growth and poverty generation. Even when a decent-paying job comes up, it often is worth much less than advertised when considering the expenses incurred while commuting and searching. The informal economy is the result of this new kind of work, and it is untaxed, uncontrolled, and often illegal. From nannies to black markets, this underground economy is prevalent in many countries, leading to precariousness and exploitation for those involved. It is concerning that in the United States, the value of underground economic activity in 2012 was around 13% of the country's overall gross domestic product, a number that has doubled since 2009. In conclusion, the sharing economy is not as appealing and promising as it seems. It is a facade that often results in untaxed, illegal activities. The labor market competition model it fosters makes it impossible for workers to earn a decent income, leading to poverty generation and a lack of economic growth. The real threats to jobs. Machines and robots are not the main threats to jobs, it's high-skilled jobs that are most at risk of automation. Robotic algorithms can now perform tasks, such as scanning law documents and sorting medications, previously done by humans. However, automation may also bring some jobs back to the US, which were previously outsourced to countries like India. On the other hand, the deterioration of labor regulations poses a more significant threat to blue-collar workers. Freelancers Union, an organization mainly active in New York, aims to abolish government and state regulations protecting employee rights, which goes against the interests of freelancers and employees in general. History has shown that without government regulations, labor rights, salaries, and benefits deteriorate, resulting in harm to already underpaid and underemployed freelancers. It is vital to preserve labor regulations to protect employee rights and ensure job security. The importance of happy workers. A prosperous American worker is critical to a robust economy, and the sharing economy's lower pay and job insecurity are endangering the consumer system. The U.S. economy performs best when workers are content and paid well, since it encourages them to purchase goods and services, producing demand that supports the economy. The imbalance of surplus production and a diminished demand due to lower wages and job insecurity caused the economic depression that Japan experienced for over a decade. To avoid such an eventuality, the U.S. must follow Germany's lead and develop policies to protect its employees and freelancers, thereby maintaining consumer demand and sustaining a healthy economy. The crossroads of new and raw deals. The United States is at a turning point, with one path leading to a New Deal that values and safeguards the prosperity of employees, while the other follows the sharing economy and invites decline. To avoid another economic disaster, there are fundamental issues everyone must agree on. Firstly, the system of working with quasi-independent contractors, which blurs the line between freelancers and employees, needs to end. Employers shouldn't refrain from paying Social Security for contractors, as it would cost them less than $2 per hour. It's pivotal to look at the long-term consequences for the economy of any decision. Underpaying staff, expecting extra help from the government, may seem profitable, but it costs taxpayers $6.2 billion annually. There are examples of how both employers and employees can be supported through policies like those implemented in Germany, the Netherlands, and Sweden. Instead of layoffs, businesses reduce costs by scaling back the hours and wages of all employees until things turn around. This practice ensures job security, which is crucial for people to feel secure enough to spend, keeping the economy afloat. It's important to recognize the significance of job security and offer a reasonable living wage, and this way, we can potentially put the economy back on the right track, winning for everyone.
By the end of the raw deal, it's clear that the sharing economy has both pros and cons. However, the lack of protective regulations and the exploitative behavior of some of the prominent sharing economy giants can be detrimental to workers and the economy as a whole. Consequently, it is crucial that the U.S. evaluates the choices it faces between the New Deal, which supports employees, and the raw deal, which leads to job insecurity, wage stagnation, and economic decline. We should learn from the examples of other countries like Germany, the Netherlands, and Sweden, where policies have been implemented to support both employees and employers. Only through sustainable practices and workplace security can the economy remain healthy and continue to grow.